Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. So Riot just did something crazy, never before seen. They just decided to drop all of the cards for the next expansion on top of us all in one go. So all the cards have been revealed and I'll be covering them, going through them today. All 3 new champions, which 2 of them are showing on screen right now. And I'm going to be using this website called Out of Cards that has them all organized by region, and it's super clean and super nice to read. So I'll have a link to that in the description if you want to read through the cards yourselves. And we're going to be getting straight into it. So I do believe I'll be starting with Ryze as I just skimmed through the list real quick. This is going to be my first time seeing the actual cards, the stats, the effects. I haven't looked through anything yet. I just glanced so that I could see if the website was good. So yeah, we're going to be absolutely diving in and seeing what we can do with the cards, where the synergies are, and things like that. But first of all, you know what we need? We need Detective Tempo on the case. Alright, let's get into it. So, the new keywords: assimilate, transform all equipped with Darken equipment into their Darken unit forms. If they are champions, they level up. That is really interesting. So it kind of feels like Ascended, you know, the Shurima champions, how they level up immediately upon using like Ascended's Ryze and stuff like that. So this is a new way to level up Darken champions and kind of skip their actual level up requirements. This could be because maybe Aatrox is going to be difficult, or they just want a way to cheat the Darken power, and I guess we'll see when we see Aatrox. Alright, empowered. A unit has its empowered bonus while its power is at least the listed number. So like, let's say the unit is Empower 3, right? Let's say it's like a 2-mana 3/2. Empower 3, also gain Fearsome, right? So it's like a worse Arachnodora, I guess, but you know, that's just how it works. But if it gets Troll Chanted or something, it also loses the Fearsome. It will lose the keyword or any bonus attached to it. So that's basically how Empowered works. Alright, let's talk about Runeterra champions. New mechanic: assimilate. Transform all equipped with Darken equipment into their Darken unit forms. If they are champions, they level up. So, Aatrox. 6 mana, 5/5. That's not, you know, the best stats. That's like Garen's stat line, but alright. Aatrox, origin: the World Ender. Auto-equip the Darken Blade. The Darken Blade is a 1/1 with regen. So he's tanky, he's got the heal at the end of turn. It kind of is like his League of Legends form, where he lifesteals a whole lot and he's impossible to kill. Makes sense. When I'm summoned or strike, heal your Nexus 2 and create a World Ender in hand if you don't have one. World Ender. You may put any non-champion Darken into your deck during deck building. Wait, this is the World Ender. My bad. This is his passive. World Ender, the card that he actually generates, is down here. 13 slow speed spell. Reduce my cost by 1 for each time an equip or Darken ally has struck this game. Assimilate allies equipped with Darken. There you go. So it's like Ascendant's Rise. That's pretty much what I was calling. It's just a way to cheat the level, evolve everyone at once. So that's really cool, actually. I like this. So every time he summons or strikes, heals 2 and creates a World Ender if he doesn't have one. And the World Ender gets reduced cost over the course of the game. Sure. So level up, you've played World Ender. You have to play World Ender to actually level Aatrox himself. Okay. Then he is a 9/9 with Overwhelm. He equips the Darken Blade. Darken allies cost 5 less. Wow, this is crazy. He's a turn 6 unit. If he levels on 6, then you're going to be popping out Darken allies turn 7, turn 8, and winning the game through them, which is really cool. When I'm summoned or strike, heal your Nexus 2, and the built-in lifesteal is really strong. This is automatically going to be good against aggro. If they haven't finished the game versus him, Aatrox can salvage and get the HP back, stop the bleeding, and start healing, and then just win the game outright, even without any of the additional bonus effects, right? So that's pretty cool. You may put any non-champion Darken into your deck during deck building. Once you've played or summoned 3 different other Darken, draw Aatrox. So he is really going all in with the Darken theme. You want to make sure you get the weapons in there. You want to be playing all the different Darkens so that you can draw him, and then also to level and stuff. So that's pretty interesting. He could be played with Kayn, he could be played with Varus. You know, could go either way. The Cultist cards are pretty good for equipped stuff, so I think that it's going to be a natural synergy, depending on which one is better. I mean, Kayn can curve into Aatrox, so that's pretty cool. Aatrox, Deathbringer Sweep. 3 mana fast speed spell. This is his champion spell. Aatrox and an enemy strike each other, so single combat. Create a Deathbringer / in hand. Create an Aatrox in deck. Oh, it's not fleeting. Wait, did we just get like a permanent Deathbringer, like permanent single combat engine? That's okay. If that's true, then that's kind of like his Q, and that's really cool. Aatrox enemies strike each other, create another one in hand. I think this is just permanent. If you get Aatrox, you just have a 3-mana single combat infinitely. As long as you can keep casting, you can keep getting it, and if you keep getting it, it's not fleeting. It's kind of what it looks like, and that would be pretty nifty. All right, next card, Deathbringer Descent. 1-mana fast speed. Aatrox and enemies strike each other. More striking. Aatrox is like a one-man army. Oh my god. He just strikes and kills everything and like lives through it because of regen and stuff. Sure. Reduce my cost by 1 for each time equipped ally has struck this game. So that actually has synergy with these strike spells too. So World Ender is really cool. Alright, wow. Aatrox is sick. He's actually just like a 1-card win con. He feels a little bit like Pantheon, but he has more bonus effects that help the rest of your game plan and not so much only about him like Pantheon is. Pantheon is keyword soup. You want to level him, get a bunch of keywords, and win with just him. Aatrox you want to level and then also have some other darkened stuff come out and just win with like big swings. And I think that's really nifty. I like how they implemented Aatrox. He looks cool. Next we have Ryze, the next new champion. Ryze is also a Runeterra champ. So let's actually talk about his deck building first. You may put any non-targeted burst and focus spells into your deck during deck building. At the start of the game, create 2 Delve into the Past in your deck for each Ryze that started the game in your deck. So obviously you want to have 3 Ryze, that way you have 6 Delve into the Past. Delve into the Past says choose one of 2 world runes you don't have in play or in hand and create it in hand. If you can't, draw 1. So these are the world runes right here. They are 2-mana landmarks. Oh my god, this is... Woo, okay. We're getting a little far. I haven't even read Ryze yet, but let's talk about the world runes. So you... Let's see. Choose one of 2 world runes you don't have in play or in hand and create it in hand. So you have to spend 2 to create one of these in hand, and then you have to spend 2 again to play it. When I'm played, if I'm unique, activate all your other world runes. Okay, when I'm played or activated, deal 2 to the weakest. When I'm played, if I'm unique, activate your other world runes. When I'm played or activated, heal ally Ryze and your Nexus too. If I'm unique, when I'm played or activated, draw 1. When I'm played or activated, refill 2 spell mana. When I'm played or activated, in hand, reduce, or Rune Prison, reduce by 1. And that's a stun. This is Steel Tempest, but it can get cheaper. Alright, so this is really interesting. You want to play all of these, probably, to level Ryze. Scene 3. Oh, okay. Ryze needs to see 3 of these to level. He's a 4-3-5, which is pretty good stat line. He's a little tanky. I like that. The Rune Mage. When I'm summoned or round start, create 2 Delve into the Past in your deck. So you need to put in some draw cards. There is some really good burst and focus speed draw. So I guess that's going to be implemented, and he's just going to be a cycle deck. Oh, what I hope that the runes are kind of like game winning for him, because then you can just make the deck as consistent as possible. Put in Ryze, put in draw, cycle as much as you can, get the runes out, and then win through Ryze. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. I've seen 3. When I'm summoned or round start, create 2 Delve in the Past in your deck. Because like these cards are going to deck. You're not getting the Delve in the Past in your hand. So you're basically just increasing your chance of getting to these cards by playing Ryze, right? And round start, I think. Yes. So activate all your world runes. If you have 5 unique world runes, destroy the enemy Nexus. There it is. I said you have to win through Ryze. I didn't think it would be a full-on alternate win con like this. Destroy the enemy Nexus. So we have Exodia in the game, boys. This is Exodia Obliterate right here. I thought it would just be like a pack your bags type effect where it'd be a big AoE removal, so it's like a pseudo win con, but the opponent can still redevelop. No, this is, if you have 5 unique world runes, destroy the enemy Nexus. This is really, really interesting for Legends of Runeterra. This is a true control strategy that wants to play around Exodia WinCon. And Exodia, if you guys don't know, is a Yu-Gi-Oh card where if you collect all 5 pieces in your hand, you automatically win the game. It's exactly the same. You get all 5 pieces on the board and you have Ryze, you win the game. So, damn, that's really, really, really interesting. How frustrating and consistent is it going to be? We're going to have to see. Ryze is definitely going to need to be played with, tuned, and refined in order to see how consistent we can get this combo. But just like Exodia and Yu-Gi-Oh, you have to put so much draw into your deck, and that's kind of the direction I was seeing. So you know what, Detective Tempo is on the case today. I'm on it. I figured it would be something like this. All right, Ryze's Realm Warp. So this is his Champ spell. Draw 3. Discard any followers drawn. Create a Ryze. Okay. Draw 3. So yeah, you're supposed to be playing all spells with this guy. It's just Ryze and spells. You know what's really interesting about this? You know what spell immediately just came to mind that's burst speed and does not target? It's a card called Entreat, which force draws your champion. Now that seems pretty darn good for this guy, huh? Yeah, so it's gonna be like an all spell deck. This is so goofy, but I like it. All right, cool. We got Ryze. So Bandle City cards next. We have Puzzling Signpost, 4 mana, fast speed spell. Return a fast or slow spell to hand, or destroy a unit's equipment to draw 1. Return a fast or slow spell to hand. So if it's on the stack, you can put it back in the hand. This is a puzzling card indeed. Return a fast or slow speed spell to hand, or destroy a unit's equipment, draw 1. Because like kind of by wording, what it's trying to say is if there's something on the stack, like let's say Avalanche, you can put Avalanche back in the hand and draw a card. Or you can destroy a unit's equipment. So it's sort of like a pseudo deny, right? Because wouldn't that mean it doesn't resolve? It's kind of like Bandle City got like a deny type effect, which I'm not super happy about, but it's not that great either because they can replay it. Maybe it's still strong. I don't know how to feel about this. Puzzling Signpost is a very good word because I am a little puzzled by this card. I do see it though. It is just like anti-spell for Bandle. Alright, Poro Stories. 2 mana, burst speed, Bandle City. Create 3 random 1-cost Poros in hand. Interesting Poro support coming from Bandle City. So they're trying to conjoin Freljord and Bandle together for Poro support. I think that's kind of interesting. That's definitely different because historically we've seen Poros be best with Piltover and Zaun using the elusive Poro as the second region. So, alright. Curious Changelings. Oh, that's cool. 3/2/4. When an ally follower transforms into another unit, transform me into an exact copy. So if you're already playing transform strategy, this gets to double up on the value and also become that thing. So that is conditionally and situationally very strong. Here we have a weapon, Darken Bandle City. 0/0 stats, but you give impact. Strike, refill 1 spell mana. You may spend 8 mana to play me as Balcooks, the Destroyer. He looks like a Dark Souls boss. 8/7/9 impact. When you spend spell mana, grant me impact for every spell mana you spend. That's pretty cool, you know, fitting in the theme of impact for Bandle as one of the important keywords. I don't know how good it is, but if you're playing it for cheaper, because you have Aatrox leveled, hey, yo, that's obviously really strong. So it will just depend. I don't know if Bandle is going to be the second region with Aatrox. Wait, didn't it say you can just like put non-champion Dark into your deck? So it doesn't matter. The regions don't matter anymore, actually. You may put any non-champion Darken into your deck during deck building. Oh, well then Balcooks is just really good now because this is a 3 mana 7/9. If you spend spell mana, you get a bunch of impact. That's obviously insanely good. You know, striking, refill 1 spell mana, having impact's pretty nice. If it gave even 1 HP, I think this card would be broken, but it seems like it's pretty in line. Seems just strong. Bilgewater cards. 3/1/3. Wily, like Wily Coyote. Wily Newtfish. 3/1/3 elusive. Nexus Strike, draw 1 and give it fleeting. Wow, more draw synergy. Alright, cool. That's pretty good. Elusive, Nexus Strike, draw 1. If you're playing draw deck, then this is pretty decent. Imagine this in pre-nerf Nami deck. Kind of broken. So this is probably going to fit in something like that. Eye of God. 2 mana equipment, attack, spawn 2. Yo, that is really strong. You just stick this on like Alawi, who already has big stat points, and you can spawn 2 more. You can put this on like a tentacle itself, right? Can't you equip this to a tentacle and make it spawn more tentacle on itself? So it's just like an ever increasing, ever strengthening tentacle that's also the Eye of God wielder. Wait, this is so funny. Yeah, okay, that's a good card. As long as you get at least 2 procs of it, you get value. If you do 1 proc of it, you net even with the other 2 mana spell that spawns 2. So yeah, as long as you can attack twice, then this card is really good. Demacia cards. Champion's Strength, 8 mana slow speed. Give allies 4/4 this round. If you have the attack token, give them Scout this round. Otherwise, Rally. Whoa, big top end Demacia Rally Scout mechanic synergy win con. This is like 4 Demacia, but 2 more mana and infinitely more cracked. Give allies 4/4. If you have the attack token, give them Scout. If you don't have the attack token, Rally because you're on defense. That is absolutely crazy. So I guess they want to speed up Demacia and just make them win on 8. This is literally, if this card resolves, you won the game. Like, as long as you have 3 units, like, that's really, 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 really strong. If you can cheapen it somehow, then wow, this would be even stronger. Imagine playing this with like Acecorn or something else, right? The Green Glade Lookout. Green Glade Lookout hits units, I think. But you know, ways to cheapen this is just insane. This is really, 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 really strong. Especially if you're on attack turn, because you get to attack twice with the stats. So yeah. Okay, Trusty Ramhound, 1/1/1. The first time you summon another elite, grant me 2/2. This is insane elite synergy. I think elites have always needed another 1-drop other than just Cythria. So if you play like this, and then it's going to be a 3/3, which is above premium stats, and it's really strong. It's an elite itself too. So this can get buffed by Battlesmith, I think his name is, the 2-drop. So yeah, that's pretty freaking good. That's a really good card. 3 mana 0/4, formidable. I don't take damage from enemy skills or spells. That's actually a really good effect, especially on a cheap unit, especially on something that's 4 HP and is formidable, because it's so easy for formidable to buff this guy, and this guy's actually going to become a huge problem. All you have to do is hit this one time with the thing that gives it +3 second wind. I don't know what it's called, the Galio spell, right? You just get this guy with a bunch of HP, give him Overwhelm, and then all of a sudden this is a 1-card win con that can't be dealt with removal. You have to use Vengeance, you have to use Minimorph, you have to use Recalls, you know, stuff like that. You can't just use damage removal on this guy. He is not going to die to Disintegrate plus Blade's Edge. He's just not. So that's actually a very strong effect on a cheap card. Roar of Icathia, 6 mana, slow speed spell. Summon 2 Icathian Mirages, which is the 3/2 Weapon Master guy. Equipped with up to 2 equipment in hand that costs 2 less. Wow. Summon 2 Icathian Mirages equipped with up to 2 equipment in hand. So this is kind of like a way to get equipment out of your hand. If it's cluttering your hand too much, you can just summon 2 Mirages and they get auto-equipped with things from hand, so that's pretty cool. I don't know how strong it is. It's Demacia. It's not a Weapon Master spell, so you can't just auto-include it in Jax. So it's a bit wonky, and it's a bit okay. It's very okay. Freljord cards, new mechanic, Empower. A unit has its Empower bonus while its power is at least the listed number. Thank you. So 6 mana, 6/6. Woolly Snail Moth, Overwhelm, empowered 8 regen. So if we buff this by 2 attack, it will also have regeneration and heal end of round. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how we're gonna get him +2 in Freljord other than, you know, some of the permanent buffs that we have in there. Maybe, yeah, this is actually really good in Overwhelm. Wait, this is actually really good in like Hallow as well, right? Empower 8 regen. Does Hallow stat go away before it would heal? Don't know, right? Because like we have to think about, what about temporary attack boosts? How does that affect end of round effects? Do they lose the attack and then they lose the empower so they don't get the effect? Or do they get the regen and then they lose their bonus attack for the round? Not sure. We're gonna have to see. Someone can fact check me. Poro, 1/1/1, Pouty Poro, empower 3, overwhelm, regen, tough. So he gets absolutely bonkers if he's developed and gains some extra attack. Alright, Wild Mysticism. Get an empty mana gem, summon a feral mystic. So this is a ramp card that also puts a unit on the board, so you're not just ramping for nothing. I kind of like that. I think ramp has always needed that. The feral mystic isn't really going to do anything, like 9 out of 10 times. It's just going to be a blocker so that you're not inting your entire board to ramp, so you can at least block like an aggressive unit. That's all this is for, and it makes sense. That's a pretty good card. Here to help, 2 mana burst speed. Give an ally 0/3 this round. If it's damaged, give it 2/3 instead. So it's not permanent, but this is a nice buff. +2/+3 for 2 if it's damaged. That's very strong. That's a very, very strong effect for 2 mana. And it's burst speed. Yes. This could honestly be a staple Freljord buff card. This is really good. The Darkened Spear, 2 mana 0/2, so 2 HP. Oh yeah, wait, I just realized we can give people weapons and that empowers them. So, hey, Darken synergy. Okay. Attack, grant the top 2 allies in your deck +1/+1. You may spend 8 mana to summon me as Anaka. That's a cool name. Grant the 2 allies in your deck 1/1. So Omen Hawk effect every time you attack. Anaka 6/8, 8/6/8. From the top 6 cards of your deck, summon an attacking follower or non-champion Darken and grant it 1/1. Yo, now this is a powerful Darken, guys. Attack. From the top 6 cards of your deck, summon an attacking follower, and it's attacking too. This is like War Mother's Call, but so much better on a big unit. And it also gives a buff. Permanently, it's a grant 1/1. Yo, follower non-champion Darken. This is really good. This is really, really, really good. This is like meta-defining good. Like you can actually play Anaka decks, and this is just better than War Mothers. I wonder if this is better than Feel the Rush. Maybe. This actually seems extremely strong. You play some ramp, you play Anaka, and you're attacking with big dudes. As long as they don't have insane on-play effects. You want to hit things that have like big overwhelm maybe? Or like just big units in general. Because I don't think you're going to get things on play. Right. So like the big dudes. Okay. Seems good. I think it's a really strong card. Ionia. Navori Longtail, very cute design. I love these little creatures, like sugar glider type dudes. 3 mana 3/1. When I'm summoned, summon a Navori Brigand or give other allies 1/1 this round. And it's a 3/1? That's pretty good. That is pretty okay. Yeah, I like him. Twin Wind Technique. Slow. Pick a follower. Summon an exact ephemeral copy. If it's an enemy, stun it. Ooh, so we get to copy an enemy follower and then stun the original while we play the ephemeral copy. So that's good for attack and defense. It's a pretty flexible card, actually. Pick a follower, summon an exact ephemeral copy. If it's an enemy, stun it. This is also really good for ephemeral, like Shark Chariot decks. You can use this to copy a summoned shark. You can use it to copy other useful cards that want to also be ephemeral maybe. You can't pick champions, so we can't hit like a Hecarim or anything like that, but this is really good in general. This is actually like a lot going on in one card. Okay, next is the Black Flame. 2 mana landmark from Ionia. Play, capture an ally. When you attack for the first time each round, summon an ephemeral copy of it attacking. Whoa, this is really cool too. Capture an ally. So if you capture a shark, is that very useful? You just get a new shark every turn. That way you don't have to like copy more and more and more. You just missed out on the first one. This is pretty good. When you attack for the first time each round, summon an ephemeral copy of it attacking. I mean, it's really good because you could also put something that needs to be protected. Like, let's say Soul Shepherd, right? Soul Shepherd can be put into Landmark and played as a bench unit that can't be targeted by removal, and then also comes out to give buffs whenever something else gets summoned. So that's just kind of decent, right? You can use this like that. Capture an ally. That's really cool. Alright, next. Fan. The Darken Fen. 2 mana, 1 attack. Attack, summon, and attacking Dragonling. Ugh, I hate Dragonlings. You may spend 9 mana to play me as Pra, the Breach Walker. Okay, Pra. Okay, bruh. Alright, bruh. What's going on, bruh? The Beach Walker, bruh. Alright, I'm done. Play, and when I transform, summon 2 ephemeral copies of me. Grant 1 lifesteal, 1 challenger, and me elusive. That is a 1-card win con. Play and transform. So if you get the transform off, and you also play the, there we go, the changelings we saw earlier, transforming into an exact copy, that's 4 things. That's like really crazy, and there are really strong effects. Ephemeral, lifesteal, challenger, and elusive. Right, okay. Yeah, that's wow, Pra's kind of insane. And you're summoning a Dragonling in the early game to like alleviate any aggro and just like heal. And while we get to Pra, and then Pra automatically wins the game. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty strong useful Ionia card actually. And then Noxus, what are we getting? We're getting Crimson Pigeon. We're actually getting Vladimir support? No way. Support, deal 1 to my supported ally to grant me 1/1. Yo, this card's wicked. Crimson Pigeon's so strong. You put this on Braum, you put this on anything that has Scargrounds, and you're just ramping, and this is also gaining 1/1. Okay, Reveler's Feast, 3 mana burst speed. Deal 2 to an ally to give allies 2/0 and a game-winning attack boost. Yo, like, if you hit Vladimir on like 3 units, and then you also deal 2 to something, and then also give everything 2/0, and also Scargrounds, you just attacked for like 30 plus damage. This is like harrowing levels of power. for big attacks. You do have to get to that point where you develop Vladimir and you develop a bunch of units and you're attacking successfully. But once you get there, this card is like way over the top. Like, you're gonna kill them. You're just going to kill the opponent. And yeah, Pigeon's obviously really good to get us there. PNZ cards. Caustic Rift. Flow. I cost 1 less. Deal 1 to all enemies. Ew. 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 Why? What? 3 mana fast speed Piltover card that just deals 1 to all enemies. So Ice Shard got insanely power crept. This is just so much better than Ice Shard for removal. And Flow, I cost 1 less. 2 mana, deal 1 to all enemies. Is this where we are? Oh man, that is really, really rough. That's really strong against against aggro decks. That's really good removal. Encore, create a random new 2-cost spell in hand. Reduce its cost by 2. Grant it fleeting. Wow, more random. Fun. Seraphine's gonna love Encore. Acoustician. This is a stupid card. 3/2/3. Strike. Create a random new 2-cost spell in hand. He's okay. He's okay. Cunning Kitten. I like the art. 2/2/3. When I'm summoned, if I was created, draw 1 and grant me 2/1. Created, huh? I know different ways to create Cunning Kitten, and they're very cunning ways, right? So we can make copies, we can create them like iterative, you know, stuff like that. Draw 1, grant me 2/1. I could see this being played with the Cheerian Sumpworkers. Cheerian Sumpworker, Cunning Kitten copies. And that sounds really strong. Okay, Shadow Owls cards. And we're starting here with Redeemed Prodigy. So this is a Hallow synergy card. Nice Gwen support here. Attack, summon, and attacking Gaslight Band. 2/2/2, summon the Gaslight Band. That is fair. I wish this card was Hallow himself. Would that be too strong? Probably. But I like him. That's a good 2-drop. 6/5/5, Deathless Knight, Fearsome. When I would gain Ephemeral, grant me 1/1 instead. When I would gain Ephemeral, grant me 1/1 instead. How many ways can we grant something ephemeral? Okay. Could use like not Mark of the Isles, and then the other one as well, Song of the Isles. Grant him big stats. He's also fearsome. That's pretty cool. Shape of Fear, 1 mana fast speed spell. Kill an ally to summon an encroaching mist. Now that is a really strong card for Viego. Viego will get extra stats. If he's already on the board, he'll see something die. You can immediately level him if you just kill something really big, and you also summon a mist, which by the time that this is resolving, that's like a 4 or 5 attack mist, maybe 6. Yeah, okay. And it's also self-slice energy, so you can put this on your Cursed Keeper and make that into an Escaped Abomination and other stuff like that. Pretty good with Callista, pretty good with Viego. I'm actually thinking Callista Viego would be a really good deck with this. If I think about it, the self-slice stuff in the early game, then you also play this. You level Callista. That's really crazy. Wait, this one card could create a new deck identity. I'm thinking of it. I think I'm gonna try it. Shape of Fear, Encroaching Mist, Callista, Viego. Sounds good. Shurima cards. Acolyte's Reliquary. When I'm summoned, create a Ruinous Acolyte in hand. They really want to make this card work for some reason. When you destroy me, create Acolyte's Reliquary in the top 5 cards of your deck. Top 5 cards of your deck. Reliquary. Okay. So this just keeps going, keeps ramping the Ruinous Acolytes. How long it takes for that to get enough value to win the game, I don't know. You'd have to play it a lot. Seems okay. Not the best win con. When you summon an ally, advance your highest countdown landmark 1 round. When I'm summoned, summon a hibernating rock bear. Yo, rock bear shepherd's insane. He does so much. 3/1/3. When you summon an ally, advance your highest countdown landmark a whole round. Whenever you summon any ally. So if you play Clockling, that's +3. So boom, you just summon something. When summon a hibernating rock bear. This is a really good card. This card might actually turn on Talia midrange decks and rock bear synergy decks. I'm not kidding. Void Gate, 2 mana landmark. When you summon an ally or an ally dies, grant each of its positive keywords to 3 allies in your deck. And that's pretty interesting. When you summon an ally or ally dies, grant each of its positive keywords to 3 allies in deck. It's going to take a little while to get there, but if you can transfer keywords to allies, I mean, that's strong as like a long-term investment. I'm not so sure how much value you can get from this right away, though. Targon cards, new mechanic, Empower. So yeah, we still have the Empower. Kayle is also in the set. I totally forgot that we're missing our third champion here. So let's talk about Kayle now. Targon, 626. I have 1/0 for each time an ally attacked with increased power, so a buff style deck. So Pantheon. When I'm summoned, grant other allies 1/0 permanently. In power 6 quick attack, so she also gets quick attack. Round start I have 11 power. Once 11 power, I have 1/0 for each ally in play with increased power. When I'm summoned or level up, grant other allies 1/1. In power 16 double attack. So she's scaling just like she does in League. Starts in baby form, goes into moderate form, and then once she's in power 6, she has double attack with overwhelm and quick attack. I mean, that's just strong, right? She's just a win con. So it's sort of like Pantheon in a way. One card win con as well. Big one-man army. We're in Targon, so we can use Spell Shield to protect her. We have all kinds of good stuff like that. Kayle's spell. Give an ally I can't take damage or die this round. There we go. Give all allies 1/0 this round. Create a Kayle. Because like the one thing she needs now is just protection, and her champ spell does that, and Targon does that. So we should be in a pretty good spot. Give an ally I can't die. Give allies 1/0. Create a Kayle. And she's just going to kill people. She is just going to kill things very fast. Celestial Blessing. She's a very simple mechanically designed champion compared to Aatrox and compared to Ryze. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Pretty simple to play. Celestial Blessing, 2-mana burst speed. Grant an ally in play and an ally in hand 1/1. So that's a 2-mana +2/+2 split on 2 bodies. That's pretty good. That's really good because we want to hit Empower on things. So yeah, this is Empower synergy immediately within the expansion. Divine Clerk, 1/2/1, Empower 3, Lifesteal. Pretty annoying for aggro to deal with. Divine Judgment, here it is. Lawkeeper, 6/2/7, play. Stun enemies with less power than me. Wow, Yasuo support. Copium. So 6/2/7, stun enemies with less power. So you're going to have to buff it a couple times, and then it'll be a nice big AoE stun. It's a 6x7, not sure how much attack it will be, like let's say a 4/7. That's pretty good. It's really, really tanky and has a big AoE stun. So it's actually a decent card. Mihira, Aspect of Justice, 5/1/1, round end. Grant allies in play and in hand 1/1, Empower 5, Elusive, Lifesteal, and Overwhelm. So we're going to have to buff this up and protect it. This is a really cool card though. The longer it stays on the board, the more annoying it's going to be and just wins you the game outright if you can protect it. Purifying Flames, 4-mana burst speed. Grant an ally in hand 3/3 and another 2/2. So it's a cracked version of Celestial Blessing. Very, very cracked. Very good for Empower cards. 4/3/5, Seraphic Wyvern, Fury, Empower 5, Overwhelm. Yep. So what I'm seeing is if you want to play like the Freljord Empower cards and you want to play like any other deck that has Empower, you're going to want the second region Targon because they're just giving Targon so much Empower synergy, and it's good with Kayle. So it'll be like one thing plus Kayle, yeah, right? And then that's going to be the deck. That's what I'm seeing just based on reading these cards. And then Empower Elusive, 3/2/3. Only needs to get 1 attack, and then this is also Elusive as a 3/4. Ooh, this is really annoying. I can see this card being very problematic, actually. Targon. It's just better Sparklefly. I don't know why you'd print better Sparklefly, but here we are. It doesn't have lifesteal, so I guess there's that, but still, it's really annoying. And then we have Zolani the Blood Weaver, 7-mana 2/2 Overwhelm. I have 2/2 for each ally that died with its power increased, so this is obviously going to be good with Kayle as well. Empower 16, transform me into Zolani Aspect's Bane. We got more Zolani. Zolani is a fan favorite card by design. A lot of people like Zolani, so this is exciting. 7/2/2 Overwhelm. I have +2/+2 for each ally that died with its power increased. Attack, transform attacking non-darkened followers into exact copies of me. So big Overwhelm wide win con, and that's it. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of cool cards. So to recap, Kayle is pretty simple, pretty basic to play. Should be really easy to build decks for. Ryze is Exodia. And Aatrox is very interesting. He's going to be... These two are actually going to be pretty hard to deck build right away, so I'm excited to see what people come up with. I'm excited to see what I can do as well once I hit the lab and start really grinding out the concepts and trying to make them as consistent as possible. And then a lot of the support cards are for cards this expansion, but we also got some elite buffs. We also got some Poro. We also got some Freljord control ramp. We also got Vladimir, which I'm pretty excited about. We got P and Z removal. Got some Hallow, got some Ephemeral, got some Viego, got some Talia. Great support package, honestly. I think we got a lot of fantastic support cards to try older decks, and the new champions do look exciting and fun to deck build for. So yeah, that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, and gameplay highlights in the near future. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters!